Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is the 21st of June. It is the beginning of summer. I have these wonderful flowers. My roommate John Dries grew. He's a fantastic gardener. If you want to see more of his flowers, check out his Facebook site, John Dries. Anyway, happy beginning of summer. I'm very excited about it. Summertime for me is a wonderful time. I have tons of great memories of the summertime, from traveling to just hanging out with my friends, just going places. It's just always been a great time for me. I love the longer days. I love the light. It's just a good thing. So I hope that you have things that you plan. One of the things that this is a video about, okay, I'm out of Scientology. What do I do? Right? People call me all the time. They go, okay, I left. Now what? And so it's just a few tips from me on things that help me. Number one for me, the most important thing that helped me was my friends. And I can't thank all of you enough. There's tons of people that have helped me that are my dear friends that live right here that I meet in person and I know. And they've just been life-saving. There's also people that have been on the internet that have been totally life-saving to me and fantastic. My YouTube, all the people here, thank you so much. You just have no idea how much this kind of thing means to people like us. Because you have to remember, when people leave Scientology, they lose all of their friends. Many people lose all of their family. So it's can you imagine that? You're 30, you're 40, you're 50, and you lose all of your friends, all of your family, some people, their children. It's an incredibly traumatic thing to go through. So for people to support them, or myself, it's very, very helpful. So that's number one. For people that have been in Scientology, connect up to xscientology.net, xenu.net. There's SP's, our Us is on Facebook. There's a bunch of different. Tony Ortega is a great place. There's a lot of people on Tony Ortega's site talking and chatting and sharing information. And Tony has great things that he writes about every day. So he's been a terrific help to all of us. Marty and Mike, they've each got their blogs that they have going, and they have very educational stuff on them. Karen De La Care has got another site, Surviving Scientology, which has got more information. It's like the more information you have, the better off you are. Because most of us were in what I call the Truman Show. As you know, I've said it a million times. But when you're in the show, you can't really see the wall. Somebody just came to my door, two young girls, young girls from the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is basically the Mormons. And I said, okay, let me get something straight. I was in a cult for 30 years. I escaped out Scientology. And they went, oh, we always wanted to know about Scientology. So I gave them one of my cards at the end. But I told them in the meantime, I want you girls to find people that have left the Church of Latter-day Saints and learn why they left. Learn the facts. Because I didn't. I really didn't. For 30 years, I was like, here's a great book on this. Because this was me. It's by Eric Hoffer, The True Believer. That was me. Completely. I was a tried and true believer. I'm in what is Scientology. I'm like tried and true, right? And then what happened? As soon as I left, old Miscavige and gang threw me under the bus. My husband threw me under the bus. Now, did he really write that letter? I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't think so. He's a good man. And I feel bad that he's still in Scientology. I really do. But everybody has their choices, and that's the thing you have to look at. What are your choices? My thing is this: you can do whatever you want, but try to learn both sides first, and then make up your own mind. Because that's most people that you talk to, almost every person you talk to who's left a cult, they didn't know both sides. They only knew their side, and they believed their side. Hook, line, and sinker. Because most cults are good at what they do, including Scientology. The two worst cults are the Moonies. Yeah, the Moonies and Scientology, per the academics that study cults. Because both of them build in these traps in your head so that you can't really look. The other thing that you can do that I always tell people is go to a self-improvement section, either in a bookstore or in the library, and get books that you like. The first book I got, I saw these two guys on, I had massive migraine headaches in Scientology, and I was still in Scientology. Auditing was not working. I was on OT7, the top, next to the top of the bridge. It wasn't working. I saw these guys dying of AIDS, and they said, look, we bought this book, we used it, we're healthy. And I was like, you're kidding. What is it? And it was Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. And I thought, you know what? I'm getting that book. And I did, and I've used it. And I can't say as it was the reason I left Scientology, but it definitely helped in waking up. It definitely did. It's stuff you have to do. That's the thing. These are very, very helpful books, but you have to kind of use them, right? This is another really good one, The Four Agreements. Even if you own it, which a lot of people say, oh, I have that book. Good. Get it out, read it again. It's a great book. It's not like you read it once, that's it. This is a really good one, As a Man Thinketh, which Nancy Maney gave me right when I escaped out. And it's a fantastic book. I mean, I have tons of books. My husband used to laugh at me because I called him my secret library, because in Scientology, it's a high crime if you're ever even looking at anything else. I was not looking at ex-Scientology stuff or anything like that, anything critical of Scientology. I was just trying to heal me, and it wasn't working in Scientology. So I started looking at these self-improvement books. And I have this whole library of stuff, of great books. And there are tons of them out there. Because most of the stuff that Hubbard wrote about, he took from other people. And he used to acknowledge it. In the old days, he used to say, you know, all these people that he used to acknowledge as his friends and his buddies and where he got information from. And now they've got that all wiped out. It's just L. Ron Hubbard. But that's not true. You know, he took it from all kinds of places, and they're wonderful places, which is why when people say, should I join the independents? I'm not going to say you should or should not. It's up to you. If you really want to get auditing, you can get it outside the church, and it's much less expensive, and they don't have the abuses that the Church of Scientology has. They don't stop free speech. They don't declare people suppressive. They don't have medical abuse. They don't do fair game. You know, it's like they don't rope in underage kids to a billion-year contract, which all of those things the Church of Scientology does, which is why I say, get out of there. If you want auditing, it's out here. The best auditors are out here. The top auditors on the planet are out of the Church of Scientology. The top CSs, which are people that write the programs for the auditing, are out. All of Hubbard's staff are out. The original L's auditors I met. And you know what they said about the L's? It's a bunch of shit. Don't waste your money on it. I was amazed to hear these guys. I mean, it was really refreshing to meet all of these people that, you know, for years I had thought were, you know, running the church, and they were. But now they're out and they're free and they agree with me. So anyway, you have to figure out what you're going to do. But those are a few things you can join. XEXSCN.net, which is a group of ex-Scientologists, and, you know, make friends. You can join Xenu.net, XENU.net. You can watch videos of people that have left on XenuTV.com. It's another great one. Tony Ortega's site, like I said, join it. Tony is fantastic. He has stuff all the time that you can learn from. So it's sort of a growing and a learning, but take the time to find out what happened to you. How did you get into this? There's a great book called Captive Hearts, Captive Minds, which talks about how do people get suckered into these things. Learn about it. You can go to YouTube and type in mind control. There's fantastic videos on mind control. Don't just think you can leave the Church of Scientology and you're going to be fine. It's not going to work that way. I work on it every single day, and I suggest you do too. But try to, you know, I started with, I think, 4 friends that I had over for a party because I thought, this isn't going to work for me with no friends. I'm a social person. I like having people around. And I had 4 people, and it grew up to 10 people and 15 people and 20 people, and people were flying in. I mean, it was kind of an amazing thing for many years, for a while. And I still have parties, and I still see my friends, and I love it. And it's just a wonderful thing. So try to do things that you love. Go places, get out, go outside, go to the movies, go to museums. You know what I mean? Just go places. My policy when I left Scientology was, if anybody invites me anywhere, I'm going. And I'm telling you, I've been to some of the wildest things because of that. And some of the most surprising things that have been fantastic, that in my head, I thought, this is going to be nothing, but I'll go. And you know what? It wasn't nothing. It was absolutely cool. So there you go. Those are a few tips on what you can do when you leave Scientology. And I wish you the best. And I hope you all have a fantastic beginning to the summer of 2014. I love you all. Thank you so much for all that you do. And peace out. Bye-bye.